Most people think negotiating for property is really tough. And what they've seen on the movies is that you got to be really aggressive. You got to play hardball. You got to get low ball. But the realistically thing is the most aggressive people that I've seen trying to grind down a selling agent, trying to get the best deal, generally loses. I've been a buyer's agent here in the Illawarra for a couple of years now, and I want to tell you the honest truth. The buyers who negotiate best in this market are almost never aggressive. They're the most prepared ones. They're the ones that know the streets, the neighbors, the vendors, and get really well with the selling agent. So it's a win win scenario. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly what that looks like, step by step. Because in the Illawarra market right now, specifically, what data you need before you make an offer and what you need to get a vendor's situation is all that's going to get you that deal. So we're going to go through what actually goes through a negotiation, how to build a well-structured offer that gives you the best chance of getting that property without overpaying. So if you're in the Illawarra or thinking about it, this video is for you. Stay along. So let me start with something I see constantly. Two buyers, same property, they both want it desperately. Buyer A comes in with a lower offer and a lot of push. They go back and forth 3 times with the selling agent, playing the negotiation game. They're confident, they're assertive. Buyer B comes in with a slightly higher offer, but it's well structured. Their finance is confirmed, their settlement window suits the vendor, they've read the comparable sales, so their offer is based on actual data. They move quickly. Who wins? Buyer B almost certainly has won. And not because they paid more. Often they pay us the same amount or less than buyer A eventually offered. They win because they created certainty for the vendor. And in this market, that is what a vendor is looking for. Sellers, especially in a market like this, want to know that the deal is going to happen. An aggressive buyer creates doubt. A prepared buyer creates confidence. Confidence is what's going to get you ahead. The first step before any offer is understanding what the property is actually worth, not what the agents say it's worth, not what the vendor thinks it's worth, what comparable properties have actually sold for. So, not just the suburb, get the little pockets, even the little streets, just understanding what that's going to be. In the Illawarra right now, under $1.2 million, you're often seeing properties transact on or above the guide in strong demand areas. After 1.4 million, you're often seeing extended days on market, 35, 40, even 50 days in some cases. That's negotiation territory. The tool I use and recommend is CoreLogic, specifically the comparable sales report for the suburb and for property type you're targeting. You want the last 6 months of actual transactions, not the listing price. The solid sold prices. You can even get this on domain.com.au if you want to go through. CoreLogic's just much easier to use. The data that gives you your floor, your likely market value, and your ceiling. Without it, any number you put on a piece of paper is a systematic guess. You're going into the market blind. Now, understanding your vendor's situation. So, once you know what the property is worth, the next question should be, what does the vendor need? A downsizer who's already found their next dream home needs a settlement certainty. They want 90 to 100 days so they can line up their purchase. They want certainty that is going to come through while they're off trying to find their new home. An estate or an urgent sale wants speed. They want to get to that 21, 28 day mark with unconditional finance. They want to be able to close a deal other than competing with someone that's got 42 days on offer. So settlement, once again, is very important in negotiation technique. And how do you find out what a vendor needs? That's probably a good question. You ask the selling agent, not directly, not first open home, why they selling, why they want to be out of here, but what does the vendor want for this property? If it's not an investment, it's owner occupied and they've been there for 10 years, there's going to be some sentimental value. So getting to understand why they're moving to help them to create the story of how you're going to present the house and live in it is going to be good. I've even seen a lot of people write a simple letter saying, please accept us. So that's something you might be looking for. But understanding what their timeline is and what they want to structure is beneficial to you significantly. Structuring the offer. Now, price based on comparable sales. Your numbers should be defensible, meaning if the selling agent pushes back, you can explain exactly why you're offering what you're offering. So, settlement, match that with what the vendor needs. We discussed it earlier. If they need 90 days, offer 90 days. If they need 21, offer 21. This is free leverage. It costs you nothing if your finance is ready and you're good to go. Finance condition. In a competitive environment, conditional offers are weaker than unconditional. So if you can get to unconditional set before you make that offer, if you can't minimize the condition window, get to 5 to 7 days rather than 14. The goal is to create an offer that makes the vendor's decision easy. So don't give them an option to say, oh, this is uncertain, I don't know what we're going to do. Don't give them cold feet. Don't give them that option at all. The Illawarra market right now has low listing volumes. In fact, it's the lowest it's been in the last 18 months. We have extended days on market above 1.4 million and buyers who are competing hard at the sub $1.2 million mark, meaning preparation and strategy matters so much more than they did when the market was moving quickly. If you're buying in the Illawarra and you want to talk through your specific situation, just drop me a message, hit me a follow, happy to chat. And if you found this useful, subscribe. I put content out, like I said, every week. Enjoy, and if I see you soon, welcome to the Illawarra.